Everyone, this is Amr Hassanin, and those of you who are receiving this video for the first time, I used to make such a kind of analysis videos for friends and people who I know who are holding BTC and would like to predict the market movement and the if any big fall is going to happen or any big rise is going to happen. So I just to do this analysis video to help them to understand the market. So today I actually decided to make this video to share with you guys something that I found, and I find it very interesting to see because I found on the YouTube recently some bloggers are talking about that the price is going to recover. It's a right time to buy now. When the dump money start to sell, it's a time for the smart money to come in, the dump money, smart money rule. But for me, it's usually, as a technical analyst, it's usually I have to see something in the screen, some kind of evidence before I actually say, okay, this is a recovery or this is not going to recover or anything like that. We should find some evidence on the screen. So I'm here, I opened the chart and trying to find that evidence, and I came across something very interesting. And I just want to remember when we at the beginning of this year, when everyone was expecting the price, like when the price was at this point maybe, or that point, everyone was expecting that it will go to the upper band and start creating a new high above the 20,000 level. And I wouldn't blame those analysts. Actually, maybe I was one of them. My expectation was the same because Bitcoin didn't stay in the lower band. So this is the upper band and this is the lower band. If you're not familiar with the Bollinger Band, I really advise you to learn how it works. It will really help you to understand my analysis. So if you look at the last 2 years, it's very hard to see that Bitcoin stayed in the lower band for too long. Maybe here 1 month, here also another month, here 2 months maybe, but not like 4-6 months like we are seeing right now. So I had to go back in time and see if that happened again, and I found something that I would like to share with you. So I'm gonna split the screen into two. On the right side, I'll keep this on the left. On the left side, I have historical data of 2013. Okay, and here is the peak when the price went from 150 to 1,150 in December 2013. And here is the latest peak of $20,000. And I found this pattern actually, that the price after the peak went down to touch the moving average, tried to make a new high, but it failed short, and then it fell down to touch the lower band. Here the same thing, peak, touching moving average, failed to make a new high, goes down to touch the lower band. And then it tries again here to touch the moving average, here touch the moving average and falls back again down. Okay, there are very big similarities between these two, but they're not exactly the same, of course, because back in 2013 maybe the popularity of Bitcoin wasn't the same like in December last year. So there will be different volumes, different, but the pattern seems to be the same. Here we have these lows, low here and another low here, and then the price goes above the moving average for a while, but doesn't sustain for a long time, and then it falls again down. So when you look at this we are going to draw a conclusion from this historical data, but before that, when we look at this is a 7 days, 1 week time interval, which means every candlestick is 1 week, and we are on the lower band, still on the lower band. So I wouldn't actually start to speak about any signs of recovery until we see that we go above the moving average to the upper band. So we have to cross the 7,000 at least right now. Then normally the Bollinger Band expands and shrinks, and now it's shrinking. In such a situation, when you see that the market is actually green, red 1 week, green 1 week, red 1 week, green 1 week, red, this is actually signs of indecisive market. The market is indecisive. It doesn't know where to go. Should it go high? Should it go low? The market is indecisive. These are the signs of indecisiveness. So, or anticipation. But usually in Bitcoin it means that there is no strong movement in any direction. So it just keeps going in that range. Now the Bollinger Band is shrinking. So for me, the breakout will come when these Bollinger Bands come as closer as possible, and that actually happened in 2013. And I'm going to expand this window to show you guys here when it happened. This area. If you look here, this area is where the 3 lines of the Bollinger Band came as closest as possible. It takes only 2 candlesticks to travel from one band to the other. So and all the lines are flat, as you see here. The 3 lines are flat. So here after that, the breakout comes 1 and then 2. First attempt to hit the resistance. It actually broke the resistance a little bit, but then the second time it was a breakout, and then we started to see the trends and the recovery. But how long it took for Bitcoin to recover from 200 back to 1,150, where was the last peak? The last peak here in December, and then it reached 1,100 again in January 2017. We are talking about an interval of a period of 3 years, right? 2014, 2015, 2016, nothing happening on Bitcoin until the price started to recover to the same level it was at before. And then it started to make a new highs, of course, the 3,000 and then the 4,000, and it started to pick up higher. So what I want to say from that, it doesn't mean that the price is going to take 3 years to recover. Of course, the popularity now of Bitcoin and the crypto ecosystem is different, and I'm expecting it will take much less than that, but at least we have to see some signs. Like, first of all, the Bollinger Band will shrink to this shape. That's what I believe is going to happen first. You'll see that these lines of the Bollinger Band are all flat and as closest as it has never been before. This is the closest they have ever come together. Then the breakout starts to come, and the price has to sustain above the moving average for at least 2 months, and then we can say, okay, there are signs of recovery. It doesn't matter if it goes down and touch the lower band again, but at least it was able to sustain for 2 months, which it hasn't done that before. Here it couldn't sustain, here also couldn't stay above the moving average for more than 1 month, but here it stayed for 2 months above the moving average. And then now when we see something like this, maybe there is a strong trend coming soon. But before that, it will be very early as we are still here in the lower band, it is very early to speak about any recovery. And as you see, it can take long. It can take long for the market dynamics and the price to settle, and for the price to start to pick up again, it may take long. These are all just, nothing here are abnormal. It all just normal market dynamics, and as you see in the historical data, Bitcoin has done that before and it's doing it again. I hope that I helped you to see the big picture, and those who are holding should know for how long they can hold. Don't lose your patience, and hopefully when the price recovers, you will make back all the profits that you were expecting. Thank you very much, and please let me know if you have any questions or any different technical analysis point of view. I would like to also to listen from you and share the ideas. Thank you very much.